Hi friends, and welcome to the Healthy Beyond 40 show. I'm Michele, mom of 4 and military wife, and I'm passionate about helping women get healthy from the inside out so they can feel better and live their best life. Do you feel like you're struggling to lose weight and get in shape? If you're ready to develop healthier habits, exercise consistently, and lose weight sustainably, then you're in the right place. I combine my expertise from my doctorate in physical therapy to my experience as a health coach, personal trainer, and yoga teacher to bring you actionable steps for a healthy lifestyle. No magic pill here, so lace up those shoes and get moving. All right, friends, today I'm going to be talking about why weight loss feels hard after 40 and giving you some very practical things that you can do. So I'm going to go through different things I hear. So some of these are going to resonate with you and some of them won't. So as you listen to this episode, take away with what you need. Think about where you are and what you need at this point in time. So a lot of women, when they're thinking about losing weight and hopefully in a healthy way this time, they actually feel stuck and they're not sure where to start. There's too many options. There's too many diets. There's too many different ways of eating, and it creates this decision fatigue. So you may not even be getting started. Or you keep jumping from plan to plan, expecting one to magically work long-term and feel good. Or you're waiting to feel motivated, which pretty much never happens, or it's going to be very, very short-lived. So we can't wait on motivation or a feeling to happen to get us started. We have to make that choice. And so the practical tip here is just pick one simple thing to do over the next few weeks. So maybe that is a walk. Maybe that's you're going to have these 2 or 3 meals for breakfast and you're going to have that every day. You have to find some way to have consistency and create that structure, and you have to keep it simple here, right? You don't have to start a complete new workout program. You don't have to start a complete new way of eating. Start with one workout, one meal plan. Start where you are. Because when we keep things simple and we decide ahead of time, that makes things so much easier, right? Even though there are some of us who sort of don't like structure, we actually really all like structure, and we all sort of thrive in some structure. And we can have some flexibility with that structure, but structure is what keeps us going. It's what makes things easier. So especially as we're getting over 40, our body can just be different. It is not the same body we had in our 20s. Our hormones can start to shift. We can start to become more insulin resistant, which can put us to storing more fat, especially around our stomach. Our metabolism can slow down. Maybe with what's happening in our body, and maybe we are exercising less, so we have less muscle mass and our metabolism is slowing down. Our cravings can increase. We can be under a lot of stress. It can be a busy time and a time where we have a lot of things going on, and stress can increase cortisol, and cortisol can affect us losing weight. So we can have these things happening inside of us. That makes it hard. And what we need to do is not fight our body. We need to support our body. I always encourage people, we need to do these healthy habits, whether we're seeing those immediate results or not. Right? We know what a healthy breakfast is. We know that moving our body feels better. And maybe we don't see that scale drop drastically right away, but we know that we need to keep doing that right thing. And we need to support our body. We need to make sure we're getting the sleep that we need, that we're having enough time for the sleep, that we're nourishing our body with foods, that we're having ways to handle our stress. So all these other pieces, we need to really work on supporting our body. So maybe you're someone who has ignored your body for a long time or pushed hard, and your body just isn't having it anymore. So how can you find ways to support your body? To give it what it needs, to take some more time for yourself, to sleep, for rest, for deep breathing, for exercise, for walking, for getting outside, whatever that is that helps to support your body. And one easy thing that I really like that supports my body is Organifi's green juice. So I've been using their green juice for, I think, almost 3 years now. And what I like about theirs is not only does it have the greens in it, that a lot of other green juices do, but it has a clinical dose of ashwagandha, and this is a stress adaptogen herb. And you can buy ashwagandha as a separate supplement, but I like that it's sort of like all in one. So it's a savings and it makes it simple. And it's a stress adaptogen herb, so it helps our body. And when you look into different doctors, when they speak about perimenopause or menopause, ashwagandha pops up a lot. So this is a great herb to have that's already in the green juice. I usually like to have mine for breakfast. Sometimes I'll do half almond milk, half water, and I'll add some extra protein in there too. I've also done it with just water and add some lemon in it. And I do like the green apple crisp flavor better. I also like their Organifi Gold, and this is more of a drink that you have at night. And I usually do some unsweetened almond milk in it and mix it up, and it has turmeric and lemon bulb, so calming herbs. And also turmeric is one of those that helps with inflammation in the body. So those are great, simple ways to support your body. And if you use the code HEALTHY20, you're going to save 20% off your Organifi order. And you can use that code anytime. So if you go to reorder or anything like that, use that code HEALTHY20 to always save 20%. All right, the next piece I want to talk about is, and I alluded to this at the beginning, is when we get over 40, what worked in our 20s and 30s sometimes will backfire. So doing extreme calorie restriction can really stress our hormones more. And as our hormones are changing, we're just more susceptible to that. Doing too much cardio can really stress our body. It can drain our energy. And that crash dieting, so that yo-yo dieting, like doing a strict diet, coming back, all that rebound stuff is not good for our body. And a lot of times when we lose weight quickly, we are losing muscle mass along with it. And we do not want to lose our muscle mass. So when we're losing weight in a healthy way, we're actually going to lose weight slowly so that we are losing fat instead of fat and muscle. Because what happens is when people lose weight very quickly and they are losing muscle along with it, at some point they have done something extreme, so it typically ends, and their body has less muscle on it. So what happens is they go back into their old habits and they're putting weight on faster because their body has less muscle, so they're less metabolically active. So if you're losing weight in a healthy way, you want it to be slow. You want to do it in a way that creates sustainability. So always think before you start something, can I sustain this? We want to make lifestyle changes here, not drastic things just so we can lose weight or be a certain size. Like, no one really cares if you weigh 180 or 170 or 150. Like, nobody cares about that number on the scale except maybe you. So we need to shift to how can we focus on doing things that are healthy for our body and nourishing our body. We need to have this love and this respect for ourselves and for our body. And sometimes that takes some deep work if you're not there. But when you can do some of that deep work and start to shift to this love and respect and kindness for your body, then that starts to shift your mindset and how you're looking at all this. And you can shift from that, I just want to lose weight and be this certain size, and I'm going to do these extreme things, to I'm going to figure out some habits that I can sustain. And I'm going to do this in a way that feels good because I actually care about my body, right? You are stuck with your body to the end of your life here on earth. And we need to take care of it. We don't need to bash it. We don't need to shame it. So we need to figure out a way to work with our body and to treat it with respect. So let's talk about some things that do work for healthy weight loss. It's strength training. Like I mentioned, we want to build that muscle mass. The more muscle we have, the more calories we're going to burn. So if person A has 70 pounds of muscle mass and person B has 90 pounds of muscle mass, that person with the more muscle mass is going to burn more calories doing nothing. And not only that, but just from a very physical standpoint, we want to age well. We want to be strong. We want to be able to lift things and move and get up out of our chair, and we need muscle to do that. So we want to make sure we're strength training and straining those muscles so that we can build them. That's what strength training does. We put a strain on the muscle and it says, hey, you need to grow bigger. It also, strength training does this with our bones, and especially As women going into menopause, we need to think about our bone mass. And so when we do strength training, it puts a strain on the bone, and the bone says, ooh, I need to be stronger. So we want to think about this for our health. We also want to make sure that we're getting enough protein. So if we're doing strength training and we're building muscle, to build that muscle in our body, not only do we need that strain on the muscle, we need that dietary protein, because that is what is the building blocks of muscles. So we need to make sure that we're doing that. It also helps with cravings. So I'll have a lot of people who don't eat too much protein, and then they start eating more and they have less cravings and they feel more full. So protein can be very satiating. So think about it. If you had like a giant plate of chicken, like you're going to stop at some point. But if it was a plate of pasta and you had to compare the calories, I mean, we could like devour the pasta and eat way more many calories of pasta than protein, because protein is very filling. Also, another piece that is important is getting movement in every day. So walking. So I try on most days to go out for a walk, because for the most part, I am more sedentary. So, right, I'm here on my computer coaching people, setting out plans in the personal training app, recording this podcast. I homeschool my kids, so that can be a lot of sitting. I am a homemaker, so I do clean the house. So there is movement with that. But if I tracked my steps, I wouldn't be getting very many. So I go for an intentional walk each day. So since our society is more sedentary, we have to be intentional about how we can get more steps in and move our body. And getting outside just feels so good. So I know it's the middle of winter, and in some places it is really, really cold, but think how you can get that movement. So maybe that is inside doing a treadmill or walking pad or bike or a dance video or something. But be intentional about it. It's going to make your body feel better. And another piece is planned rest. And along with that rest, that self-care that our body needs. So many women are driven and amazing, but they're not taking care of their body. They're not prioritizing their rest. They don't feel worthy of it. They're not prioritizing going to that yoga class that makes them feel so good. Or maybe it is journaling, or going to a coach or a counselor. How can you take care of your body the way it really needs, with that rest, that self-care? So I'm going to repeat those 4 things: strength training, protein, movement, and that planned rest and self-care. So I want you guys to think of those pieces. When you're thinking the approach you need, it should start to have a foundation of those. And then there might be some different things, and there might be things to tweak, but that is a really good foundation. So I hope that this was helpful. A lot of us don't need more willpower, a stricter plan. What we need is fewer decisions. We need self-care. We need something that fits into the season of life. We need rest and sleep. And we need something that we can do consistency. We need small habits. So remember, choose those workout days, making sure you're getting enough protein, support your sleep, stop trying to be perfect, and have ways to take care of yourself. And friends, if you guys need support, feel free to reach out to me. There will be a link in the description where you can see how to work with me, or you can even set up a free call to see what would be a fit for you. All right, friends, so wherever you are on your journey, keep moving. You got this.